Hi, I'm Georgiana and welcome to a new episode of the Radiant Woman podcast. Today we will speak about the neuroscience of gratitude. There is one aspect that is known in neuroscience, neuroplasticity, our brain's ability to create new paths inside of the brain. And also another aspect that is well known in the neuroscience is that our mind cannot make the difference between imagination and reality. So how does this aspect help us when we speak about gratitude? It's pretty simple, pretty practical. Whenever we, for example, have an aspiration, we wish for something positive, something beneficial to happen in our life in the future, if we already manifest a deep, intense, profound state of gratitude, as if we already acquired the state we aspire for example, if we want to love more, or if we want to be more courageous, or whatever beneficial aspect it is, or state, or attitude, or quality that we want to acquire. And in the same time, we manifest a deep state of gratitude as if we already acquired it. Our brain, as I said, cannot make the difference between fantasy, imagination, and reality. So for our brain, the fact that we manifest gratitude because now we have an open heart and can love more, for the brain is as if we already have it. So by proceeding in this manner, by manifesting a deep, sincere state of gratitude for, as in our example, our increased ability to love, our brain will perceive that as reality. So it will make it happen for us sooner, better, in a more harmonious manner. This is one aspect of gratitude. The other aspect of gratitude is it helps us shift our perspective when, for example, we go through a tough, rough period, a difficult situation in life. When we go through difficult situation in life, we have different alternatives. We have different options. One option, which is unfortunately quite common, is to fall into the victim mentality. Oh, why me? Oh, this is happening to me again. I don't deserve it. Why do I have to suffer? Why do I have to go through this? This will trigger the hormones of unhappiness in our brain. It will make us simply addicted to suffering. Instead, we have also the alternative that though we go through something which is difficult, which is tough, which is not comfortable, which is not easy for us, by manifesting a sincere state of gratitude that we go through that trial, through that somehow test in life, a life lesson, and we manifest an intense, deep state of gratitude because now life tests us, so to speak. By manifesting gratitude, we shift our perspective. We still, even if we go through a concrete, factual, difficult period in our life, by manifesting gratitude, we choose in a conscious, aware manner to focus on the positive. So, yes, it is a difficult period. Yes, we go through something which is unpleasant, uncomfortable, harsh, difficult, not easy. But in the same time, we can be grateful for the lesson that we learn in this manner. We can be grateful for the fact that by handling this difficult situation, we actually use different qualities so that we can cope with it, so that we can come out of this situation in one piece, and also enriched, and also empowered somehow. So by manifesting gratitude, no matter if we, for example, use the law of attraction, or if we go through a tough period in our life, the gratitude is signaling in our brain, according to neuroscience, the information that I already acquired what I'm grateful for, or it signals that I am stronger, I am more competent, I increased my qualities, I am more empowered, I manage better, I handle life much better. The state of gratitude also places us in resonance with macrocosmic energies, which are filling, so to say, the reservoirs of our soul. By manifesting gratitude, we focus upon what we have instead of what we lack. By manifesting gratitude, we stop being or acting or perceiving ourselves as a victim. And I speak of my own experience. I manifest gratitude on a daily basis, and I noticed, especially when I go through tough, difficult periods, when I'm grateful for it and I look upon it as a life lesson, even as a sign of trust. The source trusts me that I can handle it, that I can learn from it, that I can grow from it. And when I manifest my gratitude, it becomes easier. It softens the whole process. And as a practical aspect, with regards to gratitude, we can have it as a daily practice to manifest gratitude at least 7 times per day. We can be grateful for, let's say, basic things like we have a roof over our head, we have food to put on our table, we have friends, we have family, we have a physical body, we have our health, we have clothes. So we can make a long list of physical things that we have, or emotional aspects, or mental aspects, spiritual aspects. So the more we manifest gratitude, the more we train our brain, the more we practice, so to say, neuroplasticity. We train our brain to create new connections, new paths, new synapses, which are actually shaping our future. So it doesn't mean that when we manifest gratitude, we don't see the negative aspects, we don't see the tough periods, that we become naive and blind and infantile. It's not that. It is that in full awareness, we choose to raise our level, we choose to have a higher perspective from which we see the facts and reality a little bit wiser, simply. So, because our brain cannot make the difference between imagination and reality, why not use it to our advantage? Because the brain will also create our future and our reality if we focus on the negative, if we focus on what we miss and lack, if we focus on how bad we feel, if we focus on the negativity in our life, it will create parts in our brain that will trigger certain hormones that will make us addicted to them. It will be like a drug. Our body will crave again that drug of suffering. Instead, it's much better if we want to be addicted, because we function like that. Instead, it's much, much better to be addicted to being happy, to being optimistic, to being grateful for what it is positive. Because in our life, we will always have a mixture of something which is tough and something which is easy, something which is taking us up, so to say, and some things that will bring us down to our knees. But when you are being grateful for both of them, you will simply perform an inner act of magic, an inner act of alchemy, in which you choose in full awareness to focus on the positive, and through resonance and neuroplasticity, create a future version of yourself in which, no matter how reality is, you will be all right. You will have a wise perspective upon it. You will learn what you have to learn from it and simply move on. And when you have this attitude, instead of thinking, another problem, you will be like, another experience. What can I learn from it? How can I grow from it? So the situation will be exactly the same, but your perspective will be quite different. So it is our responsibility to keep ourselves happy and to maintain and build up this a bit wiser perspective upon life and reality. And gratitude is a top level instrument, even spiritual instrument for us, to help us live our life from a place of serenity, tranquility, peace, happiness, contentment. So it's up to us what we want to choose. Be having the attitude of a victim, be a victim, having the attitude of a victim, suffering and being addicted to suffering, or living our life with grace, with love, wisdom, gratitude. I hope you will get inspired to at least give it a try and manifest your gratitude every single day, at least 7 times per day. You can, for example, I do this. When I wake up, I thank God, the source, whatever you want to call this reality, which exists undoubtedly. I thank God for a new day, for a new chance in which I can discover more who I really am, and I can come closer to the highest level I can reach as a human being. And I am grateful for what appears during the day in my life, and especially I practice it even better now, especially when things are not exactly going my way or my ego's way, basically. I'm even more grateful for them because it helps me shift my perspective and transform my inner state. So whatever comes, I let it come. I thank for it. I'm grateful for it. And I pay attention, what's the lesson in it? So instead of thinking, here it comes another problem, why me? I think, another experience which will enrich me, but I really need to pay attention to what I have to learn from it. Sometimes the lesson is very clear, sometimes not. But that doesn't make such a big difference, because as long as my inner attitude is thank you for bringing this to me, thank you for the lesson presented to me, I am at peace with life. And that's not a small thing to experience. If you felt inspired and liked what I shared with you, please do like it, share it, tag a woman that you think she needs to listen to this. And until next time we meet, I wish you a life filled with gratitude.